everyone. So here we are, and I thought I would do a Facebook Live today about vision boarding and actually how to make a vision board when you don't have the board. So many people are saying, well, I don't have a board, I don't know, I've got all the pieces of magazine clippings here, but I don't have anything to put it on. And I know that's what's stopping a lot of people, because wow, the feedback I've got from the e-course and the amount of people that have signed up for it, and half of them are getting to it, but watching the video, but I think a lot of people are resistant because they don't have a board, a physical board. So I have these boards because I do a lot of vision board workshops. So I actually have a box of 50, and I got this on Amazon. So you can get a box of 50 on Amazon, not that you would need a box of 50 unless you've got a really big family and you're all together, but in these times, we're not. We're much smaller, we're on our own. So I have thought about some ways that we can get everyday household items and make boards. The first one, Swiffer, good old Swiffer, but that's really not it. It's the box. You can cut down the box. So what I did is cut down the box on the seam right here and then lay it flat. And then you can get your scissors, which you'll need for everything, and start cutting the ends to make it square. Right, like this. And so I'm cutting this down. I don't know if any of you in England are here, but we had a show in England when we were little called Blue Peter. And they would always have, well, here's one I made earlier. But I realized if I did that, then you wouldn't have seen how I cut it out because I only have one of these boxes. But here you go. Ta-da! A vision board. A board that you can start using. So that's one thing. What about cereal boxes? There are loads of those out there. So it's just, you have them at home. You have so many boxes that you're probably throwing away and doing things with. So it's just so you probably can't hear me because I'm sitting here futzing with this box. But you just break it down and then find the seam. There's the seam. Get your scissors and just cut it down the seam as straight as you possibly can. And then you can futz with it later. But in one foul swoop, without having to go anywhere, and we're not going anywhere, or buying it from Amazon, there you go. There's a board. So all of a sudden I have two boards. Whilst they're not as big as those, they're still very useful. Other things to make a board with. Paper bag. So I know that our grocery store is not allowing us to reuse our regular bags, so our reusable bags, because they're worried about the virus being on the bag. So now they're giving us paper bags. But again, this is just like arts and crafts when we were little, and we all know from the course that this is not an arts and crafts project. This is a project that comes from within. But this seems to be a hurdle right now of what to use for a board, what to use to stick your images on once you have those images. So again, you can cut down this, and there you go. But you're thinking, this is pretty ugly. These are not very pretty. So there's a couple things you can do with this. You can get big images as your basics. So look, this is an image, I don't know if you can see it because it's quite glary, but this is an image of a kitchen. But that's a big image and it's a full image. You could stick that on as a background and that would cover the brown. So you just put that on there. There are other filler images you could use. Here's one of a chair. I had one here a second ago of a background. Whoops! This is the fun bit of Facebook Live, isn't it? It just went flying down. And are there any other images, James? James, my husband, is here with me, being my glamorous assistant. Do you see any other images of any landscape that's a big landscape? So, but the other thing is that you can get wrapping paper. We have it stashed under beds. We have it everywhere. So just with opening one drawer in our house, I found some happy birthday wrapping paper. So that might be something. Or even sometimes the back side has a different picture on it. And then, here you go. Look at that. That would be great as a backdrop. That's an image of downtown Los Angeles. Oh, and this is the one, yeah, thank you, James. That's a great background too, of ocean. Just put that in the back and then you can pile things on top. So I rummaged through drawers and I found some sparkly paper. This is wrapping paper. So you can take the old wrapping paper. I don't know why we have it, but I'm sure certainly pleased we do. And then you get the little bow and you can use that later. But just recycle, reduce, reuse. This is actually what we've been all trying to do, is use things that we already have. So you don't have to go out and buy a vision board, a proper board. You can use things and then make it look pretty. And then I found some more Christmas wrap. And this looks like it would be really pretty for a background. And weirdly, I also opened the drawer and found some butcher paper. That's what we call it. So that you could use as a board too. Iron it flat and then use that. So you have a lot in the house before you go away and look for a vision board. The other thing, so we've got little paper boards here. The other thing is doing it in notebooks. So we have these lying around. We actually probably have some lying around that we have used in the past and it's just notes and we don't need the notebook anymore. So stop putting things over. I mean, in the olden times, they used to fill up every single piece of paper all around the corner on the outside because paper was so valuable. Well, we can use these books again and just start putting images in there that you find. And we're going to be talking in another Facebook Live I do in a couple of days about how to do this with your kids. But a lot of you have got the course and we go over what goes into a vision board, but this is just the nuts and bolts of the board itself. Another idea, maybe you've got an old sheet or an old pillowcase that you don't want anymore that's actually got a pretty background or a pretty color, so you could cut that down. Now, it's going to be harder to glue things onto this, but you could use a safety pin. Now, with little kids, you're not going to want to use pins, straight pins, but you can use safety pins. So that's another idea. And this you can hang up on the wall with whatever you put on it. And again, with a sheet. So that's just my quick tip of what to use as a board. And I'm just going to see if there's any questions. James, are there any questions? No questions and comments, but this will be up on Facebook, and I'm going to actually send it to the people that have signed up for the course. And if you're interested in the course, you can go to vboards.me, and then there'll be more information about that. But regardless, I'm here to say I hope you're healthy and safe. Let's maybe have a cup of tea together in a few days. Maybe we'll do a Zoom call. I'm just trying to figure out if Zoom calls are better or Facebook Lives or webinars. I don't know, but I'm just here to connect and I'm here to help you with your vision boarding, because really this is such a special time for us. Well, it's a scary time, but it's a special time for us to be able to slow down and plan for the future. Although we don't know what the future is going to look like, we can definitely start planning for what we hope it will look like. So anyhow, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Get in touch. Put some more comments at the end of this if you're watching this outside of the Facebook Live. I'll get back to you. I'll write back and then tell me what you want to hear. And I'll do some more of these. So lots of love.